Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Okay. If you can hear me, please respond. Okay, you'll have a option called chat. You can send me there. Have an option called chat. Okay. You can send me a text. Yes, Umar Sheikh. Thank you. Uh, yeah, I hope it is audible to everyone. Yes, yes. Either you can raise your hand or you can respond. Yeah, fine. Uh, Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. I hope I am audible. Okay. So let us continue with the session. Okay. Before starting the session, first let me introduce myself. Okay. Uh, Coming to myself, yeah, I am Dimbu. I know. Okay, fine. Let it be. Full name is actually Dimbukeshwar Reddy. Okay, fine. From today onwards, we'll be starting a Python course. Okay, as everyone of you know. Okay, and then coming to this Python course, first we'll be starting with basics of Python. Okay, so and then we'll go with OOPS using Python, and then we'll go with data structures using Python. Okay, so by these things, we'll be covering everything in Python almost. Okay, and yeah, people, and one more suggestion is like if you cannot join through Zoom, yes, we have also shared a YouTube link. You can join there. Okay, so if any one of your friends is facing a difficulty in joining a meeting, okay, so ask them. They can watch it on YouTube also. I have already shared the YouTube link. I hope everyone of you got it. Okay, so fine. Yeah. So before starting this, yes. Okay. So before starting this Python course, okay. So I just want to know about like where you are standing, like what is the level, all those things. Okay, fine. We'll see. Okay. So I hope you're now third years, right? Yes or no? So I hope everyone is from 2022 pass out students. Yes. Okay. Give me 1 minute. I got a call. Yeah. Uh, yes, yes. Thank you for responding. Sai Teja, yes. Trisha, Kaushik, Hemant Kumar, yes. Thank you for responding. I got a call. Okay, fine. I am back now. Yeah, before starting the class, I just want to know from which branch you are from. I hope there are students from all the branches as for my information. Okay. So yes, I got CSC, Triple E, CSC, EC. Okay. I can just see only three branches: CSC, EC, and Triple E. Okay. So yes. So if there are people from other branches other than CSC, EC, and Triple E, please respond. Yes. Anyone?
EEE.
Yeah, Manasa Krishna, please mute yourself. If you have any doubt, we can speak. Okay. So if not, please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So as per the response, I can see only people from three branches. Those are CSC, ECE, and Triple E. Okay. So are there anyone from EIE department or civil department or mechanical department? If there are any people from civil department, mechanical department, or EIE department, please respond. Okay. So I am asking you because accordingly, my way of handling will be there. Okay. So I hope everyone knows that if there are people from non-technical batches, we should be careful. Yeah. Manasa Krishna, EIE. Okay. Fine. Yes, there are people from EIE also. Yeah. Thank you, Mridula, for responding. Yes. Anyone from civil and mechanical? Yeah. ECE, CSC, Triple E, EIE. Yes, yes. Anyone from civil and mechanical? Okay, I don't think so. Okay, so fine. If there are people from civil and mechanical, please tell me. Okay, so that I can handle or I can change the way of handling my class. Okay, so because we should be a little slow if there are people from purely non-technical branch. Okay. Yes, sir. And one more thing before starting the class, I just want to know. Okay, so do you have any basics of Python? Like, is this is the first time you're learning Python? Is guys, please respond. Is this is the first time you are learning Python?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, some people are telling first time. Some people are telling no, no, sir. Okay. So I just want to know, is Python okay? Did they teach you Python in the college? People whoever is telling no. Okay. So did you learn Python in the college? No. Okay. Okay. Fine. 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 Yes. 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 I understood. I understood. Fine. Fine. I just want to know, like, no, learned it from an online course. Yeah. Thank you, Trisha, for responding. Yes. 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 It is very good. Okay. So yeah, so if you have learned it online or if you have learned from any training course, it's fine, it's okay. Okay, so yeah, so I just want to know like what what should be my way of handling. Okay, and one more thing. Yes. Okay. So as most of the people are learning for the first time, okay. So I'll be just going with the normal level. Okay. So, and one more thing I want to tell you people, or I want to make clear, is that if you have any doubt regarding anything, any particular line, okay, so be free, okay, and then ask it. You can either speak by unmuting yourself, okay, so or you can send me a text in chat box, okay. So I hope yes, and chat only I can see, so you need not to worry what your friends will think about, like if I ask this particular doubt. Okay, so mostly I'll try to I'll generally I'll clarify your doubts without representing your name, so it will be fine for everyone. Okay, so yeah, fine. One more thing. Okay, let me share the screen now. 1 minute. Okay, give me 1 minute. I hope you can see the screen, right? I'm opening a folder called Python. Okay, fine. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. Sir, will the charts in YouTube be responded? Okay, I'll try my best so that I can clear your doubts in YouTube also. If you're responding in YouTube, okay. Yes, Varsha, definitely I'll try to respond. Okay, so if I cannot, okay, so then we'll see. Yeah, mostly I'll try to respond. So I'll have eye on that YouTube thing also. Okay. Uh, yes. 1 minute. Yeah. Thank you, Umar, for telling me. I thought I have disabled annotation option, but it was there. Okay. That's it. Thank you, Umar. Yeah. Okay. So first, yeah, before starting, before trying to learn any new language, first, okay. So we'll try to learn like what history kind of thing. Okay. So first, try to learn history of Python. Okay. So can anyone tell me? So generally, okay. So whenever you try to learn any language, so generally we try to find out who is the founder of that particular language, or who is the person who created this particular language. Okay. So can anyone tell me who invented this Python language? Yes. Yes, Trisha. Okay. So it was Guido van Rossum. Yes. I am writing it here. Don't worry. Okay. So yes, invented by. I hope everyone can see my screen. Yes. If you cannot, please respond. Okay. So it was invented by Guido van Rossum. Yes. Okay. Uh, yeah. Uh, yes. Whenever. Okay. So can anyone tell me why did he invent this Python language? Yes. Any guesses? Yes. Okay. Generally, every program language will have some particular specifications or some particular features. Okay. So first thing, I hope everyone knows C language, right? Everyone has an idea about C language. What is a C language? Yes. Okay. Uh, yeah. So yes. Okay. So first thing, first my question is C language is the first programming language? Is C language is the first programming language? Uh, yes, thank you for responding, Ravi Teja. Okay, so yes, Ravi Teja, Navya, Hemant Kumar. Yes, thank you for responding. Yes, C is not the first programming language. Yes, can anyone tell me what is the first programming languages? Or uh, can anyone tell me any language which was there before C language? Yes, Nikita, there was a language called B. Yes. Yes. Ravi Teja, Navya. 1 minute. Hemant Kumar. Yes. Thank you for responding. Yes. C is not the first programming language. Yes. Can anyone tell me what is the first programming language? Or okay. Thank you. Okay. Umar Ali is from mechanical. Give me 1 minute. I'm checking comments from YouTube channel. Okay. Yes. Uh, yes. Uh, yes, I understand. There are people from mechanical also. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Lokesh, Abhinav, and Jeevan Kumar, whoever is responding from YouTube. Yes. Yeah. C language is not the first language. First, there was Algol, which was algorithmic language. Next, there was Fortran, formula translator. Okay. So next, there was combined programming language, CPL. After then, we got BCPL, basic combined programming language. Okay. So after then, we got C. Okay, so C language is not the first program language. Okay, C language was actually invented in Dell in laboratories. Okay, in Bell laboratories. Yeah, there was some history behind why C language is invented. Okay, so in the same way, let us discuss. Before Python, there were languages. Yes, then why this person Van Rossum thought that okay, so he required some other new language. Yes. Okay. So yeah, and yeah, we'll discuss why did he do that, all those things. Okay. So coming to this thing, okay. So yeah. So design actually, I cannot tell Python is the new language. Okay. So it was the old one only, but it did not come into popularity. Okay. So it gained popularity somewhat late. Okay. Actually, design began in 1980s. Okay. So but the first version. Okay. So but the first release. Okay, the design began in 1980s only, but the first release, uh, actually, yeah, first release was on February 1991. Yeah, thank you, Soundarya. Yes, first release was on February 1991. Okay, so yeah, coming to this, why this Python is created. Okay, so yeah, that is what it is. I have already written. I forgot that I did not see that I have written all these things. Okay, so finally it will be. Next, history of Python. Next, why Python is created. First, we'll see. Next, we'll see why Python is created. Okay, so actually, in the late 1980s, this person, this inventor, was working on operating system called Amoeba Distributing Operating System Group. Yes. Okay. So he was actually working in. Okay. So Amoeba Distributed Operating System Group. Okay. So actually, when he was working, yeah, okay. So he was working on a project or some operating system. Okay. So in that, okay. So actually, he required an interpreted language. Okay. So actually, the for the project or the for the operating system which he was working. Okay. So he wanted to use an interpreted language. Okay, and which was very easy and which he thought that it should be easy to understand. Okay. So I'm writing wanted on interpreted language. Okay. So can anyone tell me what is interpreted language? Yes. Uh, can anyone tell me what is interpreted language? Some people are responding easy language. Uh, be clear. I cannot tell easy as the definition for interpreted language. Okay. So exactly, Varsha. Okay. So actually, interpreted language. So generally, if I take C language, okay. So in the C language, we'll be having a step called compilation. Yes. Okay. So can anyone tell me what happens in the compilation process? Yes. In the compilation process, what it does? Okay. So it checks the entire code. Okay. And if there are any errors like syntactical errors or if the variables are not declared, all those comes in syntactical errors. And okay, so let me tell about. So for example, if I take C language, first it will compile the entire program. Okay, and then it will tell you the mistakes. So only after you correct all those mistakes, then the program will be executed and you'll get the output. Okay, so coming to interpreted language. Okay, so I can tell interpreted language takes less time when compared to normal C language or compile time languages or compile time execution patterns. Okay, so it is because it will not check the entire program. Okay, so for example, if I'm writing, I'm not writing the entire program, I'm just writing if condition. Okay, so if I write if of a greater than b, or let me write in numbers. Okay, I'm writing if of 10 greater than 20. Okay, so yeah, so if of 10 greater than 20, for example, here I'm not writing in Python, I'm just writing in normal language. Okay, so for example, here I'm writing printf VITS. Okay, so VITS Hyderabad. So, and in the else condition, okay. So in the else condition, yeah. So generally, if I take a name in C language, I'm writing in C language. Okay. So I'm not writing in Python, so you don't worry. Okay. So I'm just writing in C language. Yeah. Navya, you have raised a hand. Do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt, please you can send me a text or you can unmute yourself and then speak. Okay. So here I am writing, for example. Okay. So FLC false. Okay. So for example, if I take C language, yeah. Thank you, Naima. Fine. Okay. If it was by mistake, no issues. Okay. So if you observe here, I just wrote uh, uh, if condition if 10 is greater than 20. Okay. So if 10 is greater than 20, okay. So let me take some number. If 50 greater than 20, okay. So is the condition true? Yes. Okay. So generally, if I write this type of logic in C language, okay. So where we have a process called compilation, then what happens? First, it will show an error. Yes. So can anyone tell me what will be that error? If I execute this code in C language, it will show me an error. Can anyone tell me what is that error? Yes. Any responses? Uh, 540, no header, all those things. Okay. Assume that I have written everything. Okay. So I just want error from these statements. Exactly. Likita and then Navya. So it will show an error called undefined printf. So if you observe, instead of writing printf, okay, I wrote printf. Yes, Soundarya. Okay. Uh, exactly. So it will raise an error called undefined printf function because I'm using a function which I did not define. Okay. So because it will compile the entire program and then will raise an error. Okay. So for example, if I take so normally, okay. So for example, if I write the same code in Python, okay. So for example, yeah. So all these things I'll teach you. Okay. So for now, I'm just writing. So generally, I will not be having any brackets. Okay. So even here, yeah. Assume that this is a Python code. Okay. So yes. So generally, instead of brackets, we'll just put this colon here. Okay. So and then printf. So even semicolons, it's not like mandatory. Even if you put, it is not an error. Okay. So generally, if I take now this becomes Python code. You can put brackets or it's your choice. If you want, you can remove brackets. So all these things we'll discuss later. Okay. So for now, uh, so now, can anyone tell me? So there are people who have already know Python basics. Okay. So can you people tell me what will be the output here? Is if this is a code which was executed in Python. Okay. So can anyone tell me what will be the output? Yes. Uh, yes, guys. Any responses? Exactly. Alekia, Nikita. Okay. So Leela. Exactly. What will be the output? Output will be VITS Hyderabad. Yes. So if you observe, even though why I'm telling you because so if you observe, even though there is an error in this else part. So if you observe here, that is actually the main difference between interpreted language and normal compilation language. Okay. So in the compilation process, it will check the entire code, but if it is an interpreted language, it will check line by line. Okay. So first line, it will check. Okay, if there are any errors, it will show us. If there are no errors, it will execute. So coming to this condition, if 50 greater than 20, yes, there are no errors here, so it will print VITS Hyderabad. Okay. So will it execute else part? No, it is never going to execute else part. So it will never show an error called printf. Yes. Okay. So it will not raise an any error. It will just print an output called VATS Hyderabad. Okay. So if I write 10 greater than 20. Okay. So if I write 10 greater than 20, then what will be the output? Yes, Nikita Reddy, you're telling no. No is for what? Can I know why have you sent no here? Okay, is it for my explanation or is it an answer for any question? Uh, okay, Varsha, yes. So if you observe, if I write 10 greater than 20, okay. So if I write 10 greater than 20, so is 10 greater than 20 true? False. So it will come to the else part. Okay. So it will come to the else part. Now it will raise an error. Yes. Now it will raise an error. Okay. So yes. 1 minute. Akhil Kumar, please mute yourself. Yeah. Thank you. Uh, yeah. So if you observe in this 10 greater than 20, I should come to else part. Okay. So now it will raise an error because now I am executing this particular statement called this particular line. If I am not going to execute this line, then it will never raise an error. Okay. So that is actually the main actually the main difference between compilation and interpreted language. Interpreted language is what? It will execute line by line. Okay. So if it is not executing a particular line, then definitely it will not raise any error. Yes. So yeah, for example, here if I write printf and here if I write kind of prentf, then it will uh, give the output called false. Yes. Okay. So now it will give the output called false. It will never raise an error. Okay. So here also if I write prentf, okay. So and then here if I write printf, then it will raise an error. What is that? Kind of undefined function printf. Okay, actually, printf is not there. Actually, we can also use printf. Generally, in Python, we'll use only print. Okay, so we can also use printf. I'll tell you. So if we are using printf, we should use modulo operator. All those things I'll tell you. Uh, yes, Kaushik, can we use printf? Okay, so as we can use, but we have a separate syntax for that. I'll tell you. Okay, so yes, generally, let it be print only. Okay. Uh, Yes, yes. Okay. So this is about interpreted language. So the other the other Guido van Rossum. Okay. Okay. So that's why I just told this is not a Python program. I have just wrote in C language so that you'll understand. Yeah, Kaushik. I hope you are clear. Yes. Okay. Uh, Yes. Okay. So he actually was working on some project under Amoeba distributed operating system. Okay, system group. There he needed an interpreted language. Okay. So that's why actually he invented this thing. So he invented this Python. Okay. And when he decided to create a new language, so he thought it should be very easy to understand because so if you take any programming language, you'll be having a lot of rules. Okay, there should be a main function for printf. There should be all those things. Okay, so return zero, main functions, all these unnecessary things. Okay, so generally if you observe. Okay, so what he thought, so this person when he thought to create a language or to invent a language. Okay, so he tried to make as easy as possible. Okay, so that's why we'll not be having so many syntactical rules in this Python. Okay, so yeah, that is about why they have created this Python language. Okay, so why this person is created this Python language. Next, can anyone tell me why the name is Python? Exactly, Soundarya. uh, yes, yes. Can anyone tell me why the name is C language? For C language, why the name is C for C language? Exactly. Okay, so before C language uh, there was a language called B. Okay, so then they created they added new features. So they named it as the next letter of B is called as C. Okay, so Likita, it is not compiler language. Okay, so it is C language because the next letter after B is C in alphabets. That is the only reason. Okay, So I hope now we can understand why the name is C++. Okay. So yes. Okay. So we don't have oops in C language, but have added oops. Okay. So C++ is kind of C plus oops, C plus some extra concepts. Okay. So can anyone tell me why the name is Java? Java for Java language. After what it was named as Java? At least anyone from CSC. I hope uh, you know it. Yes, it was because of oak tree. Yes, and actually they were all lovers of a coffee. Okay, of this particular and this coffee was used to coffee beans were used to grow in a place called Java. So that's why they have named it as uh, Java. It was actually because of coffee. Okay. So and then coming to Python. Okay. So Python is actually not named after this dangerous snake Python. Okay. So it was actually named after a, comedy series which this author likes. Okay. So yes, your friends has already your friend Trisha has already given that series name also. Yes. Okay. So what is that name? Okay. Monty Python's Flying Circus. Okay. So named after Monty Python's Flying Circus. One minute. Okay. Somewhere it's gone. Okay. Monty Python. Okay. So give me 1 minute. Uh, Flying Circus. It was named after this comedy series. Okay. So actually, it was named. It was not named after this snake. Okay. So and yeah. So coming to different versions in Python. That is what about why name is Python. Okay. So coming to different versions of Python. Okay. So if you observe generally, if you take any update, so version is nothing but new updates or new things added. Okay. So generally, if you take or generally or normally if you take, so generally whatever the things which are there in older versions will also be applicable in new versions, and some extra features will be added. Okay, so that is what happens normally. Okay, so but in Python actually there is sometimes, okay, so there can be a lot of variations, a lot of differences in this version also. So if you observe at present maybe we are using Python 3.6. Okay, so mostly, yeah. So if you observe Python version 2 and Python version 3, there will be a lot of differences. Okay, so it may be syntax. Okay, so it may be some functions. Some functions may be present, might be there in Python version 2, and some might not be there in Python 3. Okay, so that is why in Python, knowing about versions is important. Okay, so mostly nowadays, whatever the online exams you take, so generally, okay. So if you observe, if you, I hope you know. Okay, so in InfyTQ, okay, so only the language allowed is Python. Okay, so in that mostly the online compilers which are there now for exams, okay, or for online exams or for written test, mostly people will use Python 3. Okay, so almost all the Python 3 versions, 3.1, 3.2, 3.6, almost all are same. Okay, so mostly what are the programs we are writing? Okay, so we'll be discussing in kind of Python version 3. Okay, so that is about different versions. So whenever you try to write a program, so if you observe any online compilers, okay, so you'll be having a lot of options. Okay, so like Python 2, Python 3. So whenever you try to execute, so always select Python 3. Okay, so Python 3 version. Okay, so next we'll see features of this uh, Python programming. Okay, so first one, simple and easy language. Yes, I hope I am telling it as simple. Okay, so yeah, simple language uh, which is easy to learn. Yes. Okay, so why I'm telling it as simple and easy, because syntax, there are no syntactical rules here. Yes, exactly, Sundar. It is free and open source. We'll discuss one by one. Okay, yeah. Next, uh, it is free and open source. Okay, So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of free source or free software? Okay. So yes, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of free source or free software? Uh, yes, workshop. When installing, we get. Okay. So yes, what is free source or open source? Okay. So coming to free source first. Okay. So generally people gets confused. Free source is nothing but about cost. Okay. So it is not about the cost or it is not about the payment. Okay. So free source is actually nothing but the freedom or the liberty which you get. Okay. So it is like so there are okay. So there are some softwares where you can modify the code. Okay. So you'll be having a lot of freedom. You can modify, you can redistribute, you can change according to the purpose. Yes. So whatever the purpose, so you can modify the code and use it according to yourself. Okay. So that is nothing actually. That is what actually free source is. Free source is not about the money. It is about the freedom. Freedom which you get on that particular software or on that particular source. Uh, Navni. Okay. Fine. Yeah. That is about free and open source. Okay. So coming to this open source, it is kind of it is like source code will also be there. Okay. So we'll be having access to the source code. Okay. So we can modify it. So we can redistribute it. Okay. So we can modify it according to our purpose and redistribute it and use it. Okay. So that is actually nothing but free and open source. Okay. So next feature is nothing but portability. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of portability? Yes. Uh, what is the meaning of portability? Uh, Run code on different. Exactly. Okay. So portability is nothing but platform. Here I can talk about there are actually I can tell in different ways. Okay. So one I can tell is platform dependent or independent. Okay. So coming to C language. C language is platform dependent or platform independent. Yes. C language is platform independent. Is it platform independent? Okay. Uh, Fine, fine. Okay. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of platform dependent or platform independent? Yes. I'm not. What is the meaning of platform dependent or platform independent? Okay. So yes. Uh, C language is called as actually platform dependent. Okay. So why? What is the meaning of platform here? Exactly, Nivos. That's what I was telling. C language is platform dependent. Okay. So platform dependent. Okay. So can run on any mobile? Not exactly. Okay. Can run on mobile or browsing? No. Okay. So the main thing platform here represents OS. Okay. Operating system. Okay. Exactly. Exactly, Kirti. That is what I was going to tell. Okay. So platform independent. What is the meaning of platform independent? So for example, if I take Java is a platform independent. Okay. So I hope you know what is the meaning of executable code. Okay. So generally, after writing a source, after writing a program. Okay. So okay. So if I take C language. Okay. So for example, I have two systems. Okay. So in one system, I have Windows operating system. Okay. So and second one, let us take I have Linux or iOS, whatever it is. Okay. So let me take two OS, Windows operating system and Linux operating system. Okay. So if you observe executable code of C language, okay. So which I got from so for example, I have written a C program which I have executed. in a laptop or a system which is having Windows OS. Okay, so at the end we'll get something called executable code. I hope everyone knows what is the meaning of executable code. Okay, so executable code. What is executable code? Executable code is nothing but it got everything. Like the source code will be converted to object code, and then we have a lot of steps, and then at the end it will call all the functions. It will include whatever the things which are required. Okay, so for a program to execute, after everything is put into your program, okay, so then that is called as executable code. Okay, so here so if I take C language, the executable code of Windows operating system. Okay, so okay, so it will not work in Linux operating system. Okay, so for example, the executable code, for example, if all the laptops or all the systems have same Windows operating system, okay, so the executable code of one system can be executed in other system also. So for example, even in second I have Windows, so the executable code which I have obtained from first machine or from first system or from first computer or laptop can be executed in the same in the other system which is having same OS. Okay, so this happens for any programming language. Okay, so but if I take C language, okay, so if I take the C language, okay, if I take the C language, so the executable code of Windows operating system cannot be executed on a system which is having Linux. Okay, so that is why it is called as platform dependent. Here platform represents, it does not represent machine or some mobile or browser or laptop. Okay, so it represents operating system. Okay, so C language, it is called as platform dependent because executable code of one system will not work on the other system. Okay, so but if I take Java, okay, so if I take Java, so whatever the operating system you take, the executable code, okay, the executable code will work in all the systems which is having any kind of voice. Okay, so that is what actually this platform dependent or platform independent means. Is or simply I can tell platform dependent is nothing but the one which runs only on one OS. So for example, the executable code of Windows operating system will run only on Windows. It will not run on Linux. The executable code of Linux operating system will run only on Linux. It will not run on any other operating systems. But if you take platform independent, the executable code of okay, so the executable code of any system. Okay, so like executable code of Windows can work on Windows, Linux, or anything. Yes, that is what actually platform dependent or independent is nothing but. Okay, so that is actually here I can tell about portabilities. Yes. Okay. Next, uh, coming to next point. Okay, Python is extensible and embeddable. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of extensible? Okay, so extensible and embeddable. Extensible or embeddable? Any responses? Yes. Okay. So extensible. What is the meaning of extensible? Extensible is nothing but okay. So we can extend this particular code. For example, as we have told, it is free and open source. You can access the source code and you can modify it, right? Yes. Okay, so in the same way, so you take a particular source code and try to modify it. Okay, so and then you can run. So for example, this printf, so if I want so generally we have print in Python. Okay, so if you want, you can go to the source code and you can change this print to some other name, or if you want, you can only just make it as print. Yes, can be further be improved or added some libraries. Exactly, that is what. So if you want, you can modify the source code, or if you want, you can add any extra features. Okay, so that is what this extensible is nothing but extendable. Yes, so can be added some more features and can be used so according to your requirement. So you can go to the source code, modify it. Okay, so and then use it according to your purpose. And coming to embeddable, yes. What about this embeddable? Yes, okay. Actually, which can be used in these embeddable applications. Okay. So, for example, if you take these microprocessors or microcontrollers, okay. So people whoever is from EC branch, okay. So there'll be I hope CSC people also knows or they'll also be having a lab session on microprocessor and microcontroller. So where generally in the colleges will use what in the colleges will use C language. Maybe. Okay. So when I was studying in my CSC department, we were using C language to code in chips. Okay. So in microprocessor or microcontroller, we used to write it. Okay. The same thing can be done by using this Python also. Okay. So that is what this embeddable is. Okay. So next one, high level and interpreted language. Actually, we have already discussed high level language. I hope you know what is the meaning of high level language, which is nothing but human readable or human understandable language. Okay. So interpreted language, we have already discussed. Okay. So it will execute line by line. And coming to 6, object oriented. Uh, is C is an object oriented? Yes or no? EC is object oriented. EC is object oriented. No, exactly. Okay. So is Java is object oriented? Kaushik is telling yes. Is C is object oriented? No, C is not object oriented. It is not object oriented because there are no objects in C language. Okay. So yes, Java is object oriented because whatever you do, everything we'll be doing only by using objects. Uh, yes, fine. Okay. So can I tell C++ is purely object oriented language? Can I tell C++ is purely object oriented language? People whoever is responding, please listen to my sentence. I am telling C++ is purely object oriented language. True or false? Exactly, Hemant. Okay. So C++, I cannot call it as an object oriented, purely object oriented, because I can write a C++ program without creating an object. Yes, not purely. That is what I was asking actually. So C++, we can use objects, but I cannot tell it is an purely object-oriented language because I can write a C++ program without creating an object. Okay. So, and then coming to Python program, I can tell almost purely object-oriented language. Yes, whatever you heard, it's true. Okay. So Python is almost purely object oriented because whatever you write, okay, so whatever you write, even if you write a normal variable, that will be taken as an object. Okay. So if you want, I'll show you. Okay. So we'll see in the after 10 or 15 minutes. We'll take a variable and then we'll try to see why I'm telling it is a purely object oriented, because so everything which you write, okay, so everything which you write is actually nothing but object of a particular class. Some or the other class will be an object. Okay. So even though from the starting we are not discussing any objects, okay, so but whatever you write, everything will be taken as an object in Python. Okay. So these are the features of Python. Okay. So next, coming to applications, yes, there are a lot of applications. Okay. So web application, there are a lot of applications because we have vast library in Python. Okay. So it can be used. It can be used in scientific experiments. Okay. So numeric computing and then web applications. Okay. Uh, yeah, there are a lot of applications about this thing in Python language. Okay. Next, coming to data types. Okay. Yeah. People tell me data types in Python. Do you have any idea about what are the data types in Python? Okay. So from now, it's actually very important. So people, please make a note of it, because whenever you write, so now we'll be having a syntax. Okay. I'm asking you because so at first try to make a note of all these things, whatever I'm writing here. Okay, because it will be helpful when you start writing a program. So generally, when you start writing a program, you'll get a doubt. So can I write this? Is this the correct syntax? Okay, or if I go with list and dictionaries, okay, or some data types, it will be having a functions or methods. Okay, so you'll get it out. Is this the correct usage? So if you want to get a clarity, try to make a note of it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Coming to data types. Okay. So exactly. So coming, we'll discuss one by one. Okay. So, but first, we'll see what are all the data types in this Python. So first one, numeric. I'm just writing numeric. Under numeric, we'll get all this int, float. Okay. All those things. Uh, Next, string. Yes, string is a data type in Python. Okay. Next, we have list. I'll tell you what is this list, each and everything. I'll tell you. Don't worry. Next, dictionary. Okay. Uh, Next, tuple. Tuple or tuple, whatever you call. Yeah, set. Set is also there. Yes, yes. Main thing. Okay. So these are the main. So under numeric, we'll get all these boolean, int, float, all those things we'll discuss. Okay. So if I distribute uh, data types normally. Okay. So if I broadly divide data types, so I can tell these will be all the types: numeric, string, list, dictionary, and tuple, and then set. Okay. So first we'll discuss numeric. Okay. So under numeric, okay. So under numeric, we'll get all this int, float, complex, and then long. Okay. So under this numeric, okay. So under this numeric, we'll get int, float, complex. I hope everyone knows complex numbers. Yes. So there will be real part and imaginary part. And coming to this long. Yeah. Okay. So first, we'll discuss about one by one. Okay. So coming to integer first. Okay. So coming to integer. Okay. So what about int data type? Okay. So it holds a single integer value of non-limited length. Uh, Single integer value. Okay. Of non-limited length. Yes. Okay. So if I tell this integer with non-limited value, then you should get a doubt. Yes. So if I ask you, if I tell you that int is of non-limited length, okay, then you should get a doubt. Okay. So if you're having any doubt, you can ask. Okay. So fine. I'll raise my doubt. So here, if I'm telling my integer data type is only of non-limited length, then why do I require this long? So I hope you have an idea about these modifiers. Yes, modifiers. So under modifiers, we'll get size modifiers and sign modifiers. Under size, we'll get short and long. So generally, long will be used to increase your size by 2 bytes. Yes. Okay. So here my doubt is integer is only of non-limited length. You can store a value of any size. Yes. Then what is the use of long? Okay. So because of that, okay. So this is removed in Python version 3. Removed in Python version 3. Okay. So that is what actually these versions is. So in each and every version, whatever they thought of not useful, okay, so they have removed. Okay, so if you observe, long generally will be used when size is not when my data type cannot store a particular value, then we'll try to increase my size by using this modifier called long. Okay, so here this itself stores a non-limited length. So actually we don't need long. So that's why it was removed or truncated in Python version 3. Okay, so integer. Next, coming to float. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the precision of float in Python? Yes. What is the precision of float in Python? I am asking precision of float in Python. You people are telling decimals. Uh, Fine. First, tell me what is the meaning of precision? Yes. What is the precision of float in C language? Precision of float in C language. No idea. Okay. Uh, Fine. Generally, we'll see. Okay. So actually, I need one clarity. So whenever I try to explain any concept, I am relating it to C language. Is it fine for you? Okay, so can I talk about C language whenever I'm discussing this Python? Okay, so I'm comparing because you'll get an idea what is there and what is here. Okay, so if you are feeling confused when I'm comparing it with any particular language, please tell me. So I'll not use those particular terms. Okay, so Harindra is telling yes, sir. If it is fine, then no problem. So whenever I come across a topic, I'll relate it to some other language which is already there, so that you can easily understand what I was trying to tell. Okay, so coming to float, yes. So yeah, okay. So precision. First, what is precision? Precision is nothing but okay. So number of uh, okay. So what is the precision? Precision is nothing but how many values you can store after a point. So for example, if I take 10 point, now if I take float in C language, float precision is 6. Okay, so float precision is 6. What does that means? So generally, if I declare a variable as float x is equal to 10.4, okay. So as the precision is 6, it will store of 6 decimal places. If you are even if you are giving less, okay. So even if you are giving less, it will maximum store. It can maximum store only up to 6 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So coming to double. So double precision is 15 decimal places in C language. Okay. So what is the precision? Precision is nothing but how many values you can store after a point, or how many decimal values you can store. Yes. So coming to in C language, float precision is 6. Okay. So double is 15. So if you okay, so yes, if you are giving more than 6 digits, it cannot store more than six digits. It can store only six, maximum up to six in C language. Okay, so yes, coming to Likita, you're asking, isn't it 6 digits after decimal? That's what I was telling. Yes, after decimal point, how many values you can store? Okay, Likita, I hope you are clear. Yes or no? Yeah, yes. That is what I was telling. After decimal point, 6 places in C language for float. Okay, so here, so generally, if you go with scientific things, will be requiring a more precision value. So that's why we have double. Okay, so but in Python, okay, so in Python, what can anyone tell me what is the precision of float in Python? Okay, so precision, it can store value up to 15 decimal places here. store value up to 15 decimal. So here, so if you observe in Python, float itself stores 15 decimal places. Okay, so 15 decimal places, so you don't require some other variable. Yes. Next, coming to numeric, sorry, coming to complex. I hope everyone knows what is the complex number. We'll be having real part and imaginary part. Okay, so Navya, you're telling 53. What is 53? Yes. Okay, fine. So if you have a doubt, please respond. I'll clear it. Okay. So yeah. So coming to complex. So yes, yes, like that's what I was telling. Complex will be generally will write a plus ib, right? Real part and imaginary part. Okay. So but in Python, it holds complex number either. Yeah. So holds complex numbers. Okay. So here will not use I. Okay. So we'll use either small g or capital J. So I'm writing J or acceptable. Okay. So yeah, coming to 53 precision value. Okay. So some people are telling precision value will be 53. Actually, it again depends on the version. So what I'm talking is Python version 3 standard. Okay. So if I take a newer version, precision might be increased. Okay. I mean, yeah. So that is what actually. So this Python, no. So whenever we get new version, so they might uh, increase the precision value. Yes. Okay. So that is about the complex number. I hope everyone knows about complex number, which is nothing but complex numbers, which will be form of a plus ib. Okay. So either small g or capital G are acceptable. And then yeah. Okay. 1 minute. I'm getting a call. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. That is about this complex numbers. Okay. Uh, that is about this numeric data type. Okay. So on coming to this long, I have already told this is removed from Python version 2. Okay. So 7, please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was there. It was there in Python version 2, but removed in Python version 3 because int itself does long's purpose. Okay. Next, how to check data type? Yes. How can I check data type in Python? So generally, so for example, I want to give a value called okay. Yeah. Next, how to check a data type? Uh, exactly. Harindra Kaushik. Yes, we'll use type function. Okay. So we'll use a function called type. Okay. So what does this type gives? So type gives for which class it belongs to. Okay. So yeah. So for example, I'm giving a is equal to 10. So remember here. Okay. So A is called, I can actually, yeah. So if you observe, when I'm giving a value called 10, I did not mention it is of either it is of integer type or float type or complex type or long type. Okay. So according to the value given, Python automatically finds the data type. Okay. So actually you need not to mention a variable or you need not to mention a data type when you're creating a variable. Okay. So and then, yeah. So I'm just writing A is equal to 10. Okay. So now if I want to know its data type. Okay. So if I want to know what data type is, yes. If I want to know what data type is of A is, so then what will I use? Then I can use print. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So if I want the output, then I should write that in print statement. So I'm writing print type of A. Yes. Okay. Next. So I'm taking one more variable B. So here I'm taking 10.34 and print type of B. Okay. So can anyone tell me what will be the output? Uh, some people are telling I should put double quotes. So check. I don't want to mention the name. So what happens if I put double quotes in print statement? Yes. So some people are asking me to put double quotes here. So if I put double quotes here, what will be the output? If I put double quotes here, my output will be type of A, right? Because whatever you write in double quotes, that will be printed. Uh, yes, in print, in double quotes, either you can use double quote or single quote. Okay. So, but whenever you use double quotes, okay. So what happens? So whatever you write in double quotes will be printed. Yes. Okay. Only for A. Okay. Some people are telling to use only for A. So now can you tell me what will be the output here? Yes, we'll discuss. I'm clarifying the doubts of your friends. Yes. Can anyone tell me what will be the output here? Yes. Uh, can anyone tell me what will be the output here? Type of A. Yes. So obviously A is considered as a string. So your output will be string. Yes. So that is why what you should do, you should not put any double quotes here. Okay. So yes. So here your output will be, I'm trying to write down. Okay. So class int. Okay. So, the same thing here. Here what will be the output? Here will be class float. Okay. So one more thing. So if I write, if I do this, you should get it out. Sir, why it is showing a class? Why it is showing as a class? When I'm declaring a variable called A is equal to 10, why it is showing my output as class? It belongs to this particular class. Yes. Definition of type. Why it is showing a class there? Generally data type should be only integer, right? Yeah, definition of type, can you please clarify it or explain it in detail so that I can understand? Okay, so actually that is why I told Python is purely object oriented, because whatever the thing you write, it is an object. Okay, so here I cannot call generally A as a variable in Python. I should call here A as an object. That's why whatever the thing you write, whatever the variable you create, it is considered as an object in Python. Okay, so that is why we'll tell Python is of kind of a purely object oriented. That is why it is showing this A belongs to a particular class called integer. Okay, and here it is showing B belongs to a particular class called float. That is why it is showing class here. It is showing a class because here B is an object. It is showing a class here because A is an object of what type? Integer type. Yes. Okay. So I hope everyone is clear with this. Okay. So if you have a doubt, please ask. So now here I am writing type of A. So what is the type function? Okay. So what is the type function? Okay. So type is nothing but it shows. Okay. So it shows which class a variable or value belongs to. Okay, so type actually shows here, if I call this as a variable, so here A is of what class or object of what type. Okay, so type always shows actually the class name. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear with this. Yes sir, no? So if you have any doubts, please ask. If not, we'll move to next topic. Yes. Okay, fine. Okay, so guys, so now people now write a program to print hello world. Everyone, program to print hello world. You can send it in chat box only, it's very easy. Yeah, thank you. Varsha is telling once again. Okay, so yes. uh, yeah, so people whoever is asking to explain me again, type always gives the class type, class of a particular variable or an object. Okay, so type always gives to which class it belongs to. Okay, so here I am writing okay, so here I am writing A is equal to 10. So here A represents an object of integer type, so that is why it is printing class int. Okay, so someone has written print A. Madhava raised a hand. Do you have any doubt, Madhavachari? Yes, if you have a doubt, please ask.
No, sir.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, next program to print hello world. Yes. Actually, it's very easy. Okay. So what should I do? You need not to do anything. So generally, print. Yes. So yeah. So I am writing print single quotes and then hello world. Okay. So next, I am writing print double quotes and then hello world. So can anyone tell me what will be the difference here? Okay. So I've just written print single quotes and then hello world. Okay. Print double quotes and then hello world. Exactly. Okay. So either you write single quote or double quotes, both are same. Yes. So for a string, either you can use single quotes or double quotes in Python. Remember this thing. That I want to make it clear. Okay, so either single quotes or double quotes represents both or strings. Okay, so string can be represented either by using single quotes or double quotes. Uh, but not one single quotes and double quotes. Exactly. Okay, fine. So now I am doing this. Okay, so this will discuss. Yeah, Varsha, I have understood your doubt. Okay, so this will discussed. Will discuss after some time or tomorrow, because if I start discussing now, you'll get confused. Okay, so both are same. My output will be hello world. My output will be hello world. Yes. So for strings, either you can use single quotes or you can use double quotes. Okay. Uh, yeah. Next. Okay. Uh, yeah. So for example, now tell me what will be the output. I'm writing a is equal to 10, and then print. Sorry. Print a. What will be the output here?
10.
Uh, exactly. Okay. So what will be the output here? Here my output will not be 10. My output will be A. My output will not be 10. My output will be A. I hope you are clear. Yes. Why my output will be A? Because in the print statement, I have written double quotes. So double quotes represent in the print, whenever you write double quotes, what happens? Okay. So whatever you write inside these double quotes, that should be printed. So here also actually whatever you write in single quotes or double quotes, that should be printed. Yes. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So here I am writing actually, okay, so one small one change. Okay, so sorry, previously I have told these both acts as a string. Okay, so actually here why it prints hello world, because either you use single quotes or double quotes, it works both, it works as same in Python. Okay, so but why it is giving hello world, because whatever you write either inside a single quotes or double quotes will be printed exactly. Okay, so here it is not like hello world is a string. Okay, so here I cannot tell that hello world is a string. Yes, but whatever you write here, it is giving you output hello world, because whatever you write inside a single quotes or double quotes will be printed as it is. Okay, so here if I want to get an output called 10, then what should I do? What I should do? Okay, then I should do print a. Some people are telling type. So if you use type, what you'll get? You'll get either int or float, but I want a value. Yes, if I want a value, I should print a. I just need to use that variable name. No need of modifiers, no need of percentile d, no need of percentile f. Whatever may be the value, just print it. Okay. Uh, yeah, I understood. Okay. So for example, now uh, okay, so now I'm telling so now I'm taking a variable called hello world. In this I'm giving VITS Hyderabad. Okay, So now I want to print this VITS Hyderabad by using its variable name. So tell me what should be my print statement. Okay. So yeah, one of your friend asked this doubt, sir. If I want to print hello world as a variable name, then what should I do? Yes. Now I want VATS Hyderabad as the output by using its variable name. Then what should I do? Exactly. Okay. So what I should do? I should just write sorry, uh, print use its name or object, variable or object here. Both are same only. Okay. Hello world. Yes. So it will give you output VATS Hyderabad. VITS Hyderabad. Yes, exactly. Okay, so this is normally. Okay, so now this is we are directly giving the input. So now next we'll discuss how to read input from the user. Yes, so how can you take input
China
from
speaking here.
uh, hello, Madhava, do you have any doubt? Fine. If guys, if you have any doubt, you can unmute and speak. Okay. So now I should take input from the user. So how can I take input from the user in Python? Up to now, we did not take any input from the user. Okay. So guys, we'll take break at 3:30. Don't worry. I'll give you break. We'll take break at 3:30 for 15 minutes. 3:30 to 3:45. Okay. So we'll just see this. Yeah. How can I take input from the user? Any responses? Yes. Okay. So actually, yes, we can directly use input function. Okay. So which is there in Python version 3. Okay. So Python version 3. And we can also take input by using raw input. Okay. So which is available in Python version 2. Okay. Raw input actually is not there in Python version 3. Okay. It was removed. Okay. And then instead of raw input, they have made input. Yes, Abhinay, very good. Okay. So we'll discuss. Exactly. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between input and raw input? Yes. Difference between input and raw input? Any answers? In both the things, results can be stored into a variable, right? Even input also stores result into a variable. Even raw input also stores results into a variable. Raw is unarranged. Yes, exactly. Okay. So coming to raw input takes input as it is. Like whatever you are giving, it will take just it. Okay. And it will always takes in string format. String format as it is. Like if you are giving comma, comma, full stop, full stop. Okay. Whatever you give, it will store. Okay. So even input. Okay. So input, I can tell it is kind of intelligent when compared to raw input. Okay, so it will also store in string format only. Default, whatever the input you give, it will be stored in string only. But it will try to evaluate either that is of integer type or that is of float type or that is string type. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So this is about input and raw input. Okay, better I go with input. So because raw input and actually there is a difference. Okay. So yeah, we can use typecasting also, all those things. Yes. Okay. So now the time is almost 3:30. We'll take a break. Okay. So we'll continue at 3:45. Yes, we'll continue at 3:45. If you have any doubt in whatever the topics we discussed up to now, please ask. I'll be here. Okay. So if not, you can take a break and we'll start at 3:45. Deepak. Yeah, Deepak. You're asking executable code. Okay. Executable code. Actually, yes. Coming to this executable code. Yes. Give me 1 minute. So actually, whatever the code we write, it will go to some steps. Okay. So for example, even if I write generally, so if I'm explaining in generally in C language, so if I take a program called Hello World, I'm just writing Hello World. Okay. So main function. Uh, yeah, and then return 0. Okay. So any program which you write, okay, so it will uh, go through some steps. Okay. So first thing is nothing but source code. What is the source code? Source code is the one which a user writes. For example, this program is called as a source code. Yes. Okay. So after then, okay. So after then, so my source code should be converted to this. There are so many steps actually. Okay. So intermediate, one of the step is object code. Okay. So yeah. So and then at the end, so in the object code, some operation will be done. Okay. So okay. So it will be converted into bits. So at the end, okay. So after all the operations, you'll get executable code. Okay. So what is an executable code? Executable code is nothing but your source code is converted to bytes. Okay. So generally any program which you take, it should be converted into bits. So and then whatever the functions are required. So for example, if I'm using any inbuilt functions or if I'm using power functions, all those things, all those definitions will be included. And this executable code is nothing but your program is ready to execute. So it got everything whatever it required. So it will be in bits and it will get all the required functions, function definitions. Okay. So for example, even printf. So for printf, there should be a definition, so that will be included. Okay. So it will be converted into bits. So executable code is nothing but final code. Okay. So whatever the things, so if any function calls are required, okay, so if any system calls are required, everything will be included into your program. Okay. So after this, what I just need to do, executable code. Okay. So load into system. So after this, next we'll get loader. So loader, what it does, it loads into processor. It will execute and it will give us the output. The executable code is nothing but the last step in the compilation and execution process. Okay. So where it got all the requirements for a code to be to get executed. Okay. So executable code is nothing but final stage. Okay. So final stage of a code. Okay, Deepak. Still, if you need any clarity, you can ask me. Soundarya, what is present version of Python we are using, sir? And explain once again input concept. Yes. Okay. So input concept, I'll again tell you. Okay. So Python version, I can tell it as Python version 3. Okay. So under 3 you have 3.6. So if you have a variation, go for 3.6 or Python version 3. Don't go for Python version 2. Okay. So nowadays everyone is using Python version 3. Soundarya, I hope I'm clear about input concept. I'll discuss after the break. I'll tell it to everyone. Yes, is it fine? Yeah. Okay.
బాగా నేను వండుకుంటున్నాను.
Okay. Uh, yeah. I hope my voice is audible, right? Yes, sir. We were discussing, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Soundarya, for responding. We were discussing input and raw input. Coming to this input and raw input. So if you actually ask me difference, yes, there is a difference. Okay. So, but the way they work are almost same. Okay. So for both the things, default will be string. Okay. So for both the input and raw input, okay, so it will always take input in string format, or it will always yeah, it will always take input in string format. And here yeah, and the main difference, if I want to find out, or if I want to tell me the difference, here I can tell return type will always be string. That means whatever the input you give, even though you give input as an integer, even though you give input as a string, even though you give input as a list, tuple, dictionary, whatever you give, okay, so input will always be string. Okay, return type. That means input is a function, right? Raw input is a function. It will always return uh, value of an string format. Okay, so coming to here return type need not to be return type. Return type, okay, need not to be string always. Okay, so sometimes based upon your okay, uh, yeah, based upon your input here, output return type can be list also sometimes. Like, so if you observe list, if it is giving you the output as a list, okay, so list or tuple or dictionary. Okay, so if it is giving you your output as a list or a tuple or a dictionary, that means it is not, here I cannot tell my return type is a string. Okay, so I cannot tell my return type is a string. The main difference is this thing. Here, return type will always be only string. Whatever you give, it will store in string format, even though you give list. So this actually you'll clearly understand when we discuss list. Okay, so what's the difference between the list, tuple, dictionary? Okay, at that time I'll again try to bring this topic, or try to tell this topic. Okay, so the main thing is nothing but in return raw input, it will always be only string. So but coming to input, okay, so input, so depending upon the input, it can also return, it is a sometimes list or tuple or a dictionary. Okay, and actually raw input is not present in version 3. Okay, so it is not present in version 3. So if you are using version 3, you cannot use this. It's not present in version 3. Yeah. Okay. This is about input and raw input. Okay. So if you want me to talk about generally version 3, which is mostly used nowadays, okay, for all the online things, okay. Uh, yeah, because it is updated version, obviously. So however, raw input is not there in version 3, so you need not to worry actually. Okay, but if you ask me the difference, that is the difference. Raw input will always give only the output as a string, but input, okay, so input function, it can give it as a list or a tuple or dictionary also. So based upon your input values. Okay, so yes, I hope I am clear. Still, if you need any clarity, yes, you can respond, or you can ask me. Okay, so yeah, now I am writing a is equal to input enter a value. A is equal to enter a value. Okay. So and then I am writing print A. A is equal to input, enter a value. Okay. And then print A. What will be the output here? So for example, if I am giving 10 as the input. Yes. Any answers? What will be the output? Now we are telling 10. Will my output be only 10 or any other sentence also? Exactly. Yes. So what will be the what will my output? Okay. So my output will be okay. So my output will be enter a number and then 10. So if you ask me on the screen, okay. So on the screen it will show enter a value and then it will print 10. So yeah. So in the input function, whatever you write in double quotes, okay. So whatever you write in double quotes, okay. So whatever you write in double quotes, that will be printed exactly on the screen. Okay. So my output will be enter a value. Yes. Okay. Now my question is, it will be enter a value and 10, or my output will be, sorry, enter a value and in the next line 10. Yes. Can anyone tell me my output will be 1 or my output will be 2? So this is, let us take this as 1, take this as 2. My output will be 1 or 2. Are you sure? Many of you giving option as 2. Okay. So 1 minute. Uh, let me ask one more question now. Okay. So instead of writing here, now I am writing here. For this, what will be the output? For this, so take this as 1. Sorry. And take this as 2. So for which question my output will be 1 and for which question my output will be 2? Yes, exactly. So if you observe here, my output will be enter value of 10, and here my output will be in the next line. Yes. Okay. So if you observe, whenever you use print, okay, so whenever you use a print statement, it will default go to the next line. So here after printing this particular value, it will go to the next line. So you'll get value, enter a value, and in the next line 10. After, if you write one more thing, it will go to the next line. So coming to this one, okay. So here, if you write inside input function, it will not go to the next line. It will stay on the same line. Yes. Okay. So I hope you are clear. Yes. And one more thing to remember, print always goes to the next line. Okay, so fine. Let it be next. Okay, now I am writing a plus 10. What will be the output? Yes, I've written a is equal to input of enter a value. Okay, so and then print of a plus 10. What will be the output now? Navya, please check your out. Please check your output. Varsha, please check your output. No. Uh, yes. Okay. So coming to this one, my output will be error. Can anyone tell me why the output is error? Uh, yes, yes. Exactly. Okay. So it will rise an error. There is no specified value in A. Keep actually we are storing 10, right? So here I'm giving enter input. I have written input and 10. That means here I'm giving a 10 value. Okay. So that is error is because A is of string type, because input function always takes the value in a string format, just like raw input it will always take. Okay, so input it will always take uh, whatever the value you are giving as a string. Okay, so A is of string type. Okay, and then 10. So 10 is of what data type? Yes, exactly. 10 is of integer data type. Okay, so can I concatenate string and integer in Python? No, that is why it is an error. Okay, so I cannot concatenate here. A is of string type, uh, 10 is of integer data type. In Python, okay, so actually this plus, okay, so plus, so it also acts as addition operator, but whenever there are strings, it acts as concatenation. Okay, so here comes uh, plus. Okay, so actually here it is actually nothing but operator overloading. We'll discuss this topic. Operator overloading, that means one operator works like different cases. Okay, so a plus 10, a is of a string type, 10 is of integer data type. Okay, so I am writing in Python. Okay, so in Python cannot concatenate. I don't remember concatenation spelling. I'm writing. Okay, so in Python can't concatenate string and integer. Okay, that is why it is an error. Okay, so yes, guys. Now tell me what will be the output. Now tell me what will be the output. Yes. Now what will be the output? Okay. Uh, my output will be 10, 10. There will not be any semicolon. Okay. In between, my output will be 10 and 10 because here A is of string type, because input always takes whatever the value you are giving in a string format. Okay. So, and here I am giving 10 as a string by using double quotes. Yes. So it will concatenate strings. Yes. So plus operator in Python can be used for concatenation, but to concatenate only strings. It cannot be used to concatenate string and an integer in Python. Okay. So guys, if you have a knowledge on Java, okay. So can we concatenate string and integer in Java? Can we use plus operator to concatenate string and an integer in Java? Yes or no? Any responses? Can we use plus operator to concatenate string with an integer in Java? Okay, actually we can do it. That is why I have written in Python. Exactly. Thank you, Ravi Tejans on the day for responding. Yes, in Java we can do. That is why I have written in Python can't. Okay, excuse me. In Python we cannot concatenate string and integer by using plus operator. Okay. Uh, yeah. So now I want my output as 20. Then tell me what should I do. So for example, this I am taking. Yeah. Okay. So here now I want my output as 20. If I'm giving 10, my output should be 20. Then tell me what should I do. Yes, my output should become 20. Then tell me what should I do. Exactly. What we should do? We should use typecasting. Okay. So here I am using typecasting operator int of input. Okay. So if you want, you can take one more variable or directly. Okay. So directly I am using a typecasting int of. You can also use float of. Okay. So int of or float of. So if you know that you are taking an integer value, directly use int of. Okay. So now what will be your output? Now your output will be 20. Yes. Are you clear? Yes. So here int is a typecasting which converts your string value to integer type. Okay. So my output will be 20 if we use int of. Okay. Uh, Next. Yeah. Yes. Actually, next. Okay. Uh, A is equal to 5. Okay. Next, we'll discuss memory allocation in Python. Okay. So if I'm giving A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 5. Okay. So, and then C is equal to 10. Okay. So A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 5 and C is equal to 10. For example. Okay. And if I try to print the address, okay. So coming to Python, okay. So Python memory allocation is different when compared to other languages. Okay. So it is because, so if we observe, I have taken A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 5 and C is equal to 10. Yes. So if I take this as a memory, So Python, we tell we have a better memory allocation because whenever you write same values, when a is equal to 5, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to 10. Okay. So and then if I try to print their addresses. Okay. So if I try to print their addresses. Okay. So if I try to print their address, A's address, uh, B's address, and then C's address. Okay. So if I try to print A's address, B's address, and C's address. Okay. So yeah. So actually what happens? So whenever I try to store a value, so if I take this is a memory location, first I'm storing A is equal to 5. So, and one more thing, main thing to remember in Python, it will not allocate memory for a variable or an object. Okay. So it will always allocate memory for a value. In Python, memory will be allocated for a value, not for an object or a variable. So first time I have made a is equal to 5. So it will check is 5 is there in the memory location? No. So then what happens? Then it will create memory for A, and A will store its address. So let me take my address as 100. Okay. So next time I'm storing B is equal to 5. So next time I'm storing B is equal to 5. Then what happens? So then it will not create another memory for B is equal to 5. It will make B point to the same memory location where 5 is stored, or where 5 memory is there. Yes. So it will always create memory for values. It will not create memory for variables. Okay. So and then coming to C is equal to 10. So if you observe C is equal to 10, 10 is not present in the memory location, right? So then what it does, then it creates a memory called 10. Okay. So and it points a memory location. So let me take this as 200. Okay. So if I try to print the address, so that is why here wherever you are having a same value for all those things, your addresses will be same. 100, 100, and then 200. Okay. So yes. Okay. So this is about uh, Python dynamic memory allocation. Okay. Yes. Ravi Tej, I'll explain again. Okay. So actually, 1 minute. Actually, I'm not getting the term. Actually, yeah. Okay. So yes, in Python. Okay. So first, before discussing this concept, we'll see what is the meaning of mutable and immutable. Mutable or immutable. Okay. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of immutable? Yes. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of mutable? What is the meaning of immutable? Yes. Any answers? Okay. Actually, name itself suggests mutable. Mutable is nothing but the variables which can be modified. The variables or the objects which can be modified. Variables or objects. In Python, variables or objects both the same only. Variables or objects which can be modified in the memory location. Which can be modified. Okay. So coming to immutable. Okay. So coming to immutable, which cannot be modified. Yes. Okay. So control C, control V. Okay. So people now tell me integer. Okay. So integers are mutable or immutable? In Python, integers are mutable or immutable? Yes, any answers? In Python, integers are mutable or immutable? Uh, exactly. In Python, integers are immutable. Integers are immutable. Yes. Okay. So yeah. So in Python, I am telling integers are immutable, but okay. So but now what I'm doing? Okay. So let me erase this thing. I'll draw it again. Okay, fine. Let it be. I am telling integers are immutable, and I am writing a is equal to 5, and I am writing 5 plus 10, and I am writing print a. What will my output? My output will be 15. Obviously, yes. I am writing a is equal to 5. I am writing a is equal to 5 plus 10, integer plus integer, which can be done in Python, and I am writing print a 15. So now my a got modified, right? So then integer should be of mutable type. Then why? Sorry, we are discussing integers are of immutable type. Did you understand my question? Did you understand my question? A is equal to 5. A is equal to 5 plus 10. A got modified. Yes. Then I should tell my integers as mutable, right? Because I am changing my a value. Okay. So yeah. So even after doing all these things, integers are immutable. Okay. So first, what is the meaning of mutable or immutable? Okay. So the variable which can be modified. Okay. So if I talk about clearly, which can be modified in the same memory location, which can be modified in the same location. Actually, this is called as external. Okay. So here also same thing. So mutable or immutable is nothing but mutable are the things which can be modified in the same location. Okay. So immutable are the one which cannot be modified in the same location. Okay. So coming to this, here I am telling integers are of immutable because, so first what happens? Okay. So first when I write a is equal to 5, okay. So it will create, so and one more thing I'm telling, it will not create memory for an object or a variable, it will create memory for a value. Just like string constant pool in Java. If you have heard string constant pool, it's fine. If you did not, if you don't know string constant pool, then leave it. Okay. So I'm explaining here. So it will always create memory for value. Okay. So first, so 5, and this object a is an object, right? This object will be pointing to this memory location. Okay. Next, what I'm doing, uh, next I'm making a is equal to 5 plus 10. So in this memory location, can I modify this? Can I modify this value as 15? In the same memory location, can I store 15? Yes or no? A is pointing to, let us take some memory location called 100. Okay. So previously there was 5. Yes. So previously there was 5. Now I'm adding 10. Now what happens? So now 15, where this 15 will be stored? Is 15 stored in the same memory location? No. It cannot be, we cannot modify in the same memory location because integers are of immutable type. So now what happens? It will create one more memory and it will store 5 plus 10 is how much? 15. Okay. And now what happens? Now it will point, it will not point to this 5 to this memory location. Now A will be pointing to this memory location. Yes. Yeah. So both 5 and 15 will be there in the memory, but A will be pointing to the new value. Yes. Okay. So next. So for example, here, if I write B is equal to 5, one more line. Now what happens? B will be pointing to this memory location. Okay. So, and one more thing. So for example, if I write A is equal to 5, B is equal to 5. Okay. So, and then A is equal to 5 plus 10. Okay. So A is equal to 5 plus 10. So now what happens? So first it will create a memory for A, and A will be pointing to 5. Next, B. Okay. So B is equal to 5. Will it create one more memory called 5? Okay. So will it do this? Will it create one more memory location called 5, and then it will point B to 5? Will it do this? Yes or no? Okay. Actually, it will not do this because 5 is already there in the location. Yes, as 5 is already there in the location, B also will point to A, that same memory location 5. Next, after that, I'm doing A is equal to 5 plus 10. Okay, so next, 15 will be stored. Okay, so now what happens? Link from A to this 5 will be gone, and now this A will be pointing to this new memory location called 15. Okay, so I hope everyone understood. Yes or no? Do you have any doubts? Uh, yes, guys, if you have any doubts, please ask me. This is all happening because integers are of immutable type, which cannot be modified in the same memory location. Okay, so here, that is why actually we call Python has a better memory management system, because if multiple values are storing, for example, if I'm writing C is equal to 5, D is equal to 5, E is equal to 5, F is equal to 5, it will not create memory for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It will just create only 5, and it will point C, D, E, F to the same memory location. That is why we'll tell Python has a better memory management system. Okay. So I hope you are clear. Yes or no? Shall I proceed to the next concept? Yeah. So if you have any doubts, please ask. Yes, Akhil Kumar, do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
Don't have any doubt, then kindly unmute mute yourself. Uh, Sir, only integers are mutable? No. Okay. Yeah, only not integers are not mutable, even sets immutable, right? Yeah. So even sets are also immutable. Okay. So we have, so we'll discuss one by one. For example, I'm taking by using an integer. Okay. So even same thing for float also. So okay. So if you want an example for mutable, so the best example will be list. List is a mutable in Python. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. So whenever I'm telling list, dictionaries, sets, and tuples, okay, so I'll tell you which one is mutable and which one is immutable. Okay, so sets and tuples are immutables in Python. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. For now, I wanted to tell you about that memory management system. Okay, so uh, yeah, I hope it will be you'll understand it clear if I talk about mutable and immutable. Yes. Okay, so now I just want to know whether you understood or not. Okay, so let me give you one question. Okay, so I'm writing A is equal to 20, B is equal to 30, C is equal to 20, D is equal to 20. Okay, and then B is equal to uh, B plus 10. Okay, so let me take 20's address as how many values are possible? 20, 30, and then 40. Okay, so let me take address as 100, 200, 300. Okay, so can anyone tell me what will be the address here if I print the address at this line? Okay, so after executing the first line, so if I try to print the address of A, what will be the address? Yes, exactly. Hemant Kumar Soundarya. Yes, exactly. Abhishek Sandhya. Okay, so exactly our output will be 100. Thank you for responding. Next, for B, what will be the output? Yes, Nikhil. Good. For B, what will be the output?
200.
Exactly. It will be 200. For C, what will be the output?
100.
Yes. Uh, then for C, value is 20. So it will not create one more memory with a value called 20. That is why it is called as the better memory management system, because whenever a variable is storing same value multiple times, it will not create memory for 23 times. It will just create memory for all these variables called 20 only one time. That is why we tell Python has a better memory management system. Okay, so for that reason, even C also gives you 100. Even D also, value is 20, it is 100. Now after this line, can anyone tell me what will be the B value? After this line, what will be the B value? uh, exactly.
300.
Exactly. Our output will be 300. Here, previously B's memory location was 200, but now B's memory location is 300 because integer is of immutable type. Okay. So yes, you people are clear with this. Yeah. Fine. Next, we'll discuss. Can anyone tell me how many keywords are there in Python? Yes. Can anyone tell me how many keywords are there in Python? Yes, yeah. There are 33 keywords. Okay, so the number might have increased. Okay, because maybe new version, but in Python 3.3 version, there are 33 keywords. Okay, so and all the keywords are lowercase except. Okay, so except true, false, and then none. Sorry, true, false, and then none only will start with the uppercase letter. Okay, so except, true, false, and none, all are lowercase keywords. So remember, whenever you are using these keywords, true, false, or none, okay, so be careful, it should start with an uppercase letter. Okay, so and what are those keywords? We'll discuss one by one. So by the end of this Python class, we'll be learning all the 33 keywords. Yes. Uh, Praveen, do you have a doubt? If you want me to tell about all those keywords, there are false, like false, elif, lambda, non-local, not, pass, rise, return. There are nearly 33 keywords. Fine. Yeah, break, continue, import, global, assert, def, del, delete. Okay, in, is, and there are so many. Fine. By the end of this class, we'll discuss all these 33 keywords. Okay. Next. Okay, so we'll wind. Okay, don't worry. Within 10 minutes, we'll wind it up. Okay, so operators. So I'll just discuss the basic operators. Okay, So first one, arithmetic. I hope everyone knows what are operators. Yes. Arithmetic operators. Can anyone tell me what are the arithmetic operators in Python? Almost in all the languages, all are same only. Yes. I hope you don't need any explanation for all these arithmetic operators. So those are addition, subtraction, yes, multiplication, and then division, okay, and then modulus. Arithmetic operators. Okay. I'm not explaining these also. Okay. Next. Next. Tell me relational operators. Are there any relational operators in Python? Yes, obviously, there are relational operators. Yes. What are those relational operators? Uh, Relational, greater than, less than, and then greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. I hope everyone knows these operators. I'm not explaining all these things. Actually, it's a waste of time. Okay. So and then double equal to. Yes. Okay. So actually, double equal to is used as an equality operator. Okay. Normal, same as like C language. Okay. So and then not equal to. Okay. So and then one more operator. Okay, this I'm writing it in bracket. Okay, because which is something new. It is actually not equal. So even this operator is nothing but not equal. Sorry, equality operator. Equality, same as double equal. Okay. Uh, Coming to third one. Okay. Yeah. These are basics, equal, not equal, all those things. Okay. So and then assignment operators. I'm not explaining all these things because you already know all this. Okay. So assignment operators are what? Is equal to. Can anyone tell me what is this thing? Second operator which I have written. Divide and assign. Yes. I hope everyone knows this. Okay. Assigning operator for all these arithmetic operators. Exactly. Modulus and then equal to. Yes. Okay. So we have one more operator called double star. Can anyone tell me what is double star? I'm writing double star and equal to. Can you move the screen up? Yes. Can do it for sure. Uh, yes. I hope your all these are basic, so that's why I was not explaining all these things. Okay. So double star. What is double star operator? Double star is actually power. Okay, that is the only new thing which is different from all the operations. Okay, and then what is the difference between division and this thing? Okay, so what are the new things are there? I'm writing it here. Okay, so double star is power. We'll see how to use this. Okay, so for now I'm writing. And what is division and what is this thing? Can anyone tell me difference? Division and then two slashes. Yes. Any difference between these two? Okay. So generally, if you use division operator, okay. So actually, one is floor division, one is normal division. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, if I want to tell here, you will get the output with decimal. Yes. Here you will get the output without decimal. Okay. So yes, now I am writing, for example, a is equal to 9 by 5. So by this, I will stop. Will remaining we'll see tomorrow. But let me discuss some examples. So what will be 9 by 5, and what will be b is equal to 9 by 5. Yes. Can anyone tell me what is the output here? Yes. What will be 9 by 5? And what will be? Sorry, they should be. Yes. So 9 by 5 will be 5 ones are 5 point with the decimal value. Yes. So after then 5 eights are 40. Here it will be only 1. Okay. Yes, exactly. Akanksha and then Shivapriya. Yes, same. Here I will not get any decimal value. For example, I am writing C is equal to 2. Can anyone tell me what will be the output here? Yes. So exactly. It is an power operator. So 2 power 5, which is nothing but 32. Yes. So fine. Do you have any doubt in the operators which I have written up to now? Okay, these are the only uh, something new or different. Okay. So remaining everything you already know. So that's why I'm not discussing here. Okay. Yes. Okay. Guys, I'm launching a poll. Yes. Uh, Please give feedback. Okay. And if you have any doubts and if you want to give any feedback, if I'm fast or slow, please respond. Okay. So that I can, we can modify the class tomorrow accordingly. Yes. If I need any changes, okay. So please respond. And if you want to give any feedback, if you want to write anything, yes, you can write it. You can write down in chat box. If you have doubts, you can stay and get it clarified. Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, you can leave. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Kaushik. Yeah, I'll do it from tomorrow. Whenever there is a coding part, I'll try to write it. I'll try to do it in the online compiler. Coming to Leela, Abhish, Sandhya, about the timing, yeah, mostly it will be 2 o'clock. If not, I'll let you know by tomorrow morning. You'll same as today. Okay, you'll get a
Yeah, Kaushik. Yeah.
registration link to register.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Srija is asking to explain assignment operators. Okay. I hope Srija, you are there. Yes. Srija, are you there? If you are there, please respond so that I can continue. Srija Vijayagiri, are you there? Yeah. Fine, fine, fine. Okay. So you want me to explain assignment operators? Yes. Okay. Give me 1 minute. So I hope you already know is equal to operator, first one. Okay. So first one is nothing but is equal to operator. So just like if a is equal to 5, here it is assigning 5 to this operator. So right side value to the left side value. So if I write print of a, you will get the output called 5. Okay. So next. Okay. So yeah. So next, second one, division or equal to. Okay. So for example, let me take a is equal to 50. Okay. A is equal to 50. So I'm writing a division or is equal to 5. Okay. So I'm writing a division or equal to 5. So what is this statement exactly? How this will be executed? It will be made as a is equal to a by 5. So it is division and assigning at the same time. That will be made as a is equal to a by 5. So now the statement becomes what? A is equal to 50 by 5. So what will be the output? So my a value will be how much? A value will be 10. Yes. So if I write print a now, what will be the output now? Yes, Rija, respond. What will be the output? Output will be 10 because it is division and is equal to at the same time. Okay. Yes, I hope you are clear. Okay. This is about division and is equal to. Okay. Next, coming to third one. Third one is what? Addition and is equal to. Okay. So for example, if I write a is equal to 10 and I'm writing a plus is equal to 20. So and if I write print of a, yes, Rija, what will be the output now? If I write print of a, I have already explained what is division is equal to. So now C plus and is equal to. Yes. Okay. Yes, Rija, what will be the output? Exactly. Okay. Sorry. It will be made as a is equal to a plus 20. So which is nothing but this will be made as, so if I write print of a, it will give you 30. Addition and is equal to. Okay. Next, same as subtraction also, minus and is equal to. Okay. If I write a is equal to 10 and if I write a minus is equal to 10. Yes. And if I print a, tell me what will be the output. I am not telling now. Okay. So now you should tell me. Okay. Next, fifth one. Next what? Multiplication. For example, A is equal to 10. A star, exactly, stage. It is how much? It is 0. Yes. A star is equal to 10. So tell me what is the output? Print of A. Yeah, I can understand there will be a lag here. So after I'm speaking, you can hear after after 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, it will be 100. Next, modulus and is equal to. So let me take A is equal to, okay, same example 9. A, okay, I hope it is not visible here. Okay. I'm taking A is equal to 9, and then A modulus is equal to 5. Print of A. What will be the output? What is modulus should give me? Modulus should give me a remainder. So try to find out the remainder. 9 divided by 5. 5 ones are 5. Remainder is 4. So your output will be 4. Okay. Next, exponential operator. CJ, you are giving me output as 3. 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay. Next, seventh one. Exponential operator. Okay. So let me take A is equal to 2. A exponential is equal to 5. Sorry, double star. 1 minute. A double star is equal to. So if I write print of A, it will be how much? 32. Division we have already discussed here. Okay, same like eighth one. If I take A is equal to 9, A floor division of 5. And then if I write print of A, it will give you how much? It will give me 1. Okay, I hope you are clear. If you still have any doubts, you can respond so that I can clear it. Yeah. Difference between single star and double star. Okay. We'll see both now. 1 minute, let me clear everything. Okay. I'm writing A is equal to 5. Okay, let me take 2 only. I'm taking A is equal to 2, and then okay, B is equal to 2, 5, and then print B. Okay, so here I'm taking A is equal to 2, B is equal to 2 double star 5. Okay. And then print B. Okay. So can you tell me what will be the output here and what will be the output here? Yes. Yeah. What will be the output? Uh, exactly. Exactly. Shiva, Priya, Manisha. Okay. Uh, yes. Here it will be 10 and here it will be 32. Yes. Plus one single star acts like multiplication and double star acts like power. Yes. Still any other doubts? So guys, if you have any doubts, please send it so that I will make it clear. Uh, yes, Rija. Still, if you have any doubts, please tell me. Okay. So if not, you can leave. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. Jagadish, you're asking to explain 32, 33 keywords. Okay. So if I explain 33 keywords, then I should complete whole Python class today itself. That is why, okay. So by this end of this class, we'll see all the 33 keywords and explain all the 33 keywords. Yes. If I want to explain you all the 33 keywords now, that means I should teach you entire Python now only. Okay. So every day, so under next we'll have logical operators. Under logical operators, we'll be discussing some keywords like and, or, in, not. Okay. So in the next coming classes, definitely I'll teach you 33 keywords. Yes. Is it fine, Jagadish? Yeah. Okay. Fine, guys. I hope no one have doubts. Then I'm winding up the class.